Hello and welcome to my E39 update video. I've not done one since December because it's not looked how I wanted it to for a while, and I shall explain what I mean in a bit. When I bought this car, it originally had 16-inch alloys on it. It had grey cloth interior. It was completely bone stock, which is how I wanted to buy my first Beamer, and I've owned it now for nearly 2 years. I bought it just before my 19th birthday, and I started driving it when I turned 19. And since then I've done a few things, so we'll start with the aesthetics. So one of the things I wanted to do was to change the look at the front, and I found that the easiest way would be to do the kidney grills. So I bought facelift V8 kidney grills, and they got chrome on the front and they're actually black inside, which is a nice look, I feel, for this car. It's got SE bumpers. I was planning to get sport bumpers, but what ended up happening was I didn't like it. I didn't like the sport bumpers. I wanted to keep the look as it was, because a lot of people changed it to sport bumpers, and I felt that I wanted to keep it stock. I wanted to just keep the SE look. I quite like it. It's a nice clean look. Another thing you might notice is the wheels. They are 18-inch Style 42 BBS wheels. The rears look a lot better than the fronts, and I'll explain why in a minute. The guy I got it from had done a previous paint job on these wheels, and I don't know what he used, but it was very, very difficult stuff to get off, and the place I took it to get them refurbished didn't do a very good job either. So this is a wheel that they've done, and as you can see, there's loads of dimples. There's loads of it's a really crap job, and I've never been happy with them. I am actually getting a set of these that haven't been buggered next week, hopefully, so that'll be good. The front wheel I attempted to sand, attempted to try and get the lip nice and polished, and that failed. Look at it, it's terrible. And that's the same on the other side. So that's a major letdown for this car at the moment. Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's my fault, so what are you going to do? I'm hoping to get new wheels anyway next week. Another thing I did was boot lip spoiler, because I quite like that look. It makes it look very sporty from the back, other than the tow bar, that kind of ruins it, but there you go. That was another thing I had to do, because I still have to tow trailers, unfortunately, and I didn't want to ruin the look completely, so I made sure it was detachable at least, but you can still see it. So there you go. What else? Let's open the boot. I done LED number plate lights. I got the angel eyes on, so you can see that I've upgraded the angel eyes, because I don't like the yellow look. These are very, very crystal white. They have a very, very, very slight hint of blue. You can't really tell in the daylight, but I like them anyway. I haven't changed them since I got the first ones, and they're still working pretty good. This quarter panel here, that used to be a big rust patch right there, and I had to get that done because it was really bad. It was discolouring the entire quarter panel there, and or rear arch, and I got that done. It cost about 200 quid, but it was well worth it. He colour matched the door and this panel, and also the back of the bumper, just to get it to come up really well. So you can't really notice anything there now, which is nice, but that used to be very bad. And that's the only repair work I've done body wise so far. The rest of it has just been a labour of polishing, waxing, scratch removal stuff, experimenting, metal polish as well for the chrome, because the chrome was quite oxidised. I used metal polish. I'll put the name of it in the description of the video so you know what it is. It's actually very useful stuff. So now none of my chrome is oxidised, and it makes the car look 10 years younger. I remember in my last update video, I deleted the back box. Well, that was all good and all, but I soon got tired of it because even though it sounded wonderful, it's only a 529, it's only a 2.2 litre, and it sounds a bit naff when you're revving it and nothing really happens. So I got the old exhaust back on there. I preferred the quieter exhaust anyway, because it's just nice to cruise. It's a very nice car to cruise down the motorway in. The rear bumper I changed a while ago because what I kept doing was knocking the trailer on it, and that's exactly what I've done to this bumper several times. So really I'm no better off where I started with the rear bumper. There's a nick there, there's a nick there, you can't even see that. There's a couple nicks there. When I bought this car, it done 115,000 miles, and now it's done nearly 150,000 miles in the course of 18 months. And because of that, of course, you get your wear and tear, you get your stone chips, and I picked up quite a few nice ones. My favourite is this one, right there. You can even see a little crimple above it. And then there's just loads of little stone chips here and there and everywhere, and freaking annoying, but that's what you do. That's what happens when you drive a thing a lot. I've got a little where is it? Pick it up on the camera. Car's very shiny today. That's a little rust bubble coming up there. Oh looky, it's raining. Oh great, freaking weather. And there's loads of stone chips all over the windscreen too. So I need to get a new windscreen. Another thing that I've done is I've lowered the car. It's now riding on AC Schnitzer front suspension and rear suspension, springs and shocks. So it's 45mm lower than it used to be. I do love this look. It looks really, really nice. It's higher in the back, which is great for towing for me. The only thing that's bothering me at the moment is the front shocks. The front shocks are on their way out, and unfortunately I'm going to have to get new suspension because it's cheaper than rebuilding my old suspension. So that'll be done soon. I'm going to go for adjustable coilovers, which I'm quite looking forward to actually. Another thing I did, I upgraded the brakes. They're M-Tech discs, slightly bigger on the rear. It's fine, it's still the same size. I painted the calipers yellow. I put a M sticker in there because details. No, I don't know why I did that, but I quite like the look it gives anyway. I'll try and get a side-on shot. It's difficult to pick up the camera because it doesn't pick up the different lights very well, but in person you notice it a lot more obvious. I'll show you the rear too. So the rear wheels aren't too bad because I haven't touched them, but they still need to be redone. Good. Oh yeah, I've got braided brake lines as well, which you won't be able to see. And the inside is where most of the stuff has happened. It used to be grey cloth interior. It used to be SE seats. And I went from grey cloth SE seats to grey leather sports seats. And a lot of people don't understand why I've switched from sports seats to SE seats again, but I shall show you in a second. I'm just showing you a very nice reflection. So I'm very lucky where the body panels are quite straight. As you can see, there's not really that many dings in it at the moment, which I'm very pleased with all the mileage that I've done. At some point I want to run spacers, 15mm on the front, so that the wheel doesn't tuck in the arch so much. I also want to run 15mm on the back, which I've tested before and it does actually fit, which is cool. I'd like to do an exhaust upgrade straight through. I want to change the 2.2 litre I have right now to a 3 litre, and yeah, many things I have planned for this car still. I love the colour, I can't get enough of the colour. So I just don't want to get rid of the car, and I've spent a lot of money on it already, and I just feel it'd be cheaper to do, I know people, it'd be cheaper to do an engine swap. I also would like to have a 6-speed transmission, that'd be nice. So let's show you the inside. The last time you saw this, it had grey carpet, it had grey everything, but now it's got red leather, it's got black everything else, except for the door cards. This is the only ding in the old of the interior, there and there, so that's annoying. It used to have wood trim, it's now technical graphite. You can see that in the reflection, the little lines there. Now the interior, I'm very pleased with. It took me a long time to do the carpet, and I had to take everything out, and it was a big job that was, but it was worth it. I had to buy all the bits separately. So first I had these seats, which are embroidered on the top as well, which is quite nice. Show the other one, pick it up in here. There you go. So first I had these seats, which were brand new. They've done about 8,000 miles since I've got them. And they cost a lot to get done. I'm not going to say what it was, but I managed to pick them up for a lot less than what they were done for, which is nice. The guy was very nice. So what I had to buy these pieces. I had to buy these pieces, so A, B, C pillars, and these are kick panels. Obviously the carpet, also the headliner, which you can see there, and the door handles, and the lights, and I changed the seat belts from grey to black to match the rest. Parcel shelf and speaker covers had to get. One of the last few things I got was this piece, which is basically for the transmission. Let's call it transmission piece. I don't know. Glove box, which I had to drill out and fit my new alarm system to go in there. It's actually a mess in there at the moment. There's also a little tray under here. Sorry if it's not picking it up, but there's also a tray under here, which was grey, and I had to get it black, because otherwise it would stick out like a sore thumb. Centre console had to be changed, so that was black. The handbrake, not the handbrake, the gear stick gaiter, I guess, used to be red, and someone said it would look better in black, and I have to agree with you, so I've changed it, and that's how it stayed. The handbrake lever, I managed to get recently, which is nice. I got a new camera for my recording. It's not really a dash cam, it's a very bulky camera, but it does the job pretty well, and I've tried to do my best with cable management. It's not really that messy. The wire comes from behind there, goes into here, and you can't really see it, it's a bit difficult. My iPod there, which runs into there. See, this little tape recorder just goes straight into the iPod, works rather well. My steering wheel is one of the things I need to do. It's very shiny, and I'd like to re-trim that. I think it would look nice to have maybe perforated there, and leather or something else. I can't remember. I'll figure it out at the time. But it needs to be done. Looks a bit tatty. That's the interior down. I'd like to get a widescreen Android system to replace this stereo at some point. Then I could get rid of the iPod and everything else that goes with the iPod. I recently just had an issue with the toolbox, and what happened was this nut had snapped, and it had snapped the thread here. Where is it? The thread right there, it snapped, and the rest of it had gone in this hole here, so I couldn't even get this out. So that was a nightmare. That needed to be fixed, and I've only just recently fixed that. Another issue I had was quite a worrying one, and it explains the fire extinguisher in the boot. Basically, the previous owner, take this out, I've got all my oils and my WD-40 and everything that you need. I had an issue here with an old battery wire that I had, the two big red wires you see here. The previous owner had done a crap job repairing it, and it ended up shorting out, and I broke down in the middle of nowhere in the dark on an unlit main road, which wasn't very fun. And I opened the boot and there was smoke pouring out, so you know, it worried me a lot, obviously. And I found out that what had happened was the guy had sliced into this, and it caused, he repaired it really badly, and it was shorting out, and it had melted through this and melted another wire to it. I think it was just black wire. It melted the two wires together, caused them to short, and almost caused a fire, which would not have been good because at the time I didn't have a fire extinguisher. And ever since then I've now got a fire extinguisher in my boot because I don't want to come up with a situation which I can't resolve, like a fire. Nothing in here other than a CD changer. I haven't used this for a while. I've still got it full of CDs though, just in case my iPod battery runs out. Yeah, so that's the issues I had with the boot. Oh, you can see my number plate lights now. Oh yeah, look at this one. This one is, you see that? That's another issue I've got. It's flickering. I'm not entirely sure why, because obviously the bulb still works, but can you? Yeah, so that's something that is just started. That needs to be looked at. I don't want it to be shorting out either. So yeah, let's show you under the bonnet. I've already opened that. Oh, there we go. I haven't actually cleaned this in a long time, so I'm really impressed by how clean it stayed. And now I've done probably 30,000 miles. It's done now, the car's nearly done 150,000 miles, and it looks great. It really does. And I haven't cleaned it either for a while. So I'm really pleased with how well that's kept. Some scratches there, nothing too major. K&N filter that I'm running still. This is my alarm for my Clifford system that I've got installed in the car. It's nice and loud, which is what you want if someone's nicking your ride. It's a bit dirty in there. Yeah, I've got a lot of excess off of this steering fluid reservoir as well. So I'll just undo this. Oh, that's really hot. Oh, see, look, nice and clean, nothing to worry about. I had to go up a grade of oil. I've not got any oil leaks anywhere, but I had to go up a grade of oil to 5W40 instead of 5W30 because I was using about 1 litre of oil every mile. And I got told that it was perfectly normal for these engines, but I still wanted to go up a grade of oil. Since then I'm now using 1 litre of oil every 2,000 miles, which I suppose is better. Still not ideal, but yeah, so I don't understand what that's about. I don't seem to have any running issues at the moment, touch wood. No faults coming up on the computer. There's definitely no leaks, I've had that checked several times. So, yeah. So you might be surprised to learn that my seat that I sit in is actually not all the way back. I'm 6'7". Isn't that amazing? You know, I can't believe that. I've also got a lot of questions in the last interior video that I did about why I changed it. Well, the old ones, the seats were grey, everything was grey, and I actually found, because of my height, I actually found that these seats were far more comfortable for me than the sport seats. It's just a personal preference, really. 147,446 miles, in 34 to the gallon at the moment, which is very good for these cars. Let's take her out of gear, which I'm a bit worried about doing because I'm on a very steep slope. And let's start her up. Let's turn this off. Right, I'll leave it off. running quite nice. She's 15 years old, you know. 13 years old, sorry. She's 13 years old and still purrs like a kitten. Done a lot of maintenance work on it. Changed the spark plugs, changed the oil filter, changed all the filters, changed the fuel filter, changed the oil several times. Just general stuff. I've never really done anything special to it. I did have it remapped at one point, but that turned out not to be very good. I didn't like it, so I got it back to how the way it was. You know, I don't want to change it. I'm very happy with it. She runs really well. I'm not too far away from my favourite mountain at the moment to have a drive. I love having a drive in it. That's quite funny. Alright, let's try it again. Right, I got a big blast of the fan and I've got a nice wet face from the freaking washers spraying in my face. I caught the lever on the steering wheel and it sprayed washer fluid in my face. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, she purrs like a kitten, so I am going to drive home now. Thank you very much for watching my little video.